Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bobby.
Morning, Ed.
All right. It's another day. It's Thursday. Where'd this week go? At least the heat's going down this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't super hot. The only thing I don't like is when I wake up, but when I go outside around before 7 and it's 74, that's just not happy for me.
Like I say, it's a little muggy, right?
Well, that was because it rained earlier in the week,
Yeah.
right? And so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy my pool. Thank goodness.
Don't make me jealous, man. I was just looking at plunge pools the other day.
The ones from Walmart?
No, like the just like the smaller pools, right? Instead of having like a large one, you can fit 100 people. You can just put 10
ours
people.
is only 11 by 24.
Okay,
and 4 to 6 is perfect size. I'm telling you, because I've had our other house. I put huge one in. I mean, it was in the corner. The way the house was set on the lot, it was only a 7,500 square foot lot, but the way they put it over to the side and up front left this looked like a huge backyard, and we put it in the corner, and I think it was like 40,000 gallons. It was a pretty big pool.
Yeah.
And the deep end went down to like, I want to say 10 to 11 feet. It was pretty deep.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah, which was, it was great for the kids to learn, because in the middle where they jump off the back ledge, thank goodness it was 8 feet right there, what I mean, or at least 7 feet, because otherwise they, jump in the wrong place and hurting themselves.
Yeah.
This one, they first were going to have it 3 to 5.5 feet. I'm like, no, 4 to 6. I want 4 to 6. That's a huge trend. I don't care.
Yeah.
We have to put an extra step in. I don't care. I want 4 to 6 because I want to put a swim jet on there. I didn't want the swim jet incorporated with the pool in case there was an issue. And there's these ones you can sit on the edge of the pool, and they do the same thing, but they go in the water, and that way if they break, you can buy a new one. I don't have to have somebody come out and work on my pool.
Yeah, busting up concrete.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So have I put that in yet? No. We spent too much money on everything up to this point. That's why I was like, when are you going to do your front yard? Tired to look at the weeds.
Yeah.
Well, that's really my wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this winter when it's cooler.
That's right. I mean, what's the point in planting stuff now? It's just gonna get burnt.
Right, and it takes forever to. Yeah, you can't. I mean, and my gardener, I need to move a palm, one of those sago palms. He's like, oh, it needs to be at night. I'm like, but it's hotter. He goes, but it cools down overnight. Oh, okay. And the problem is they want $600 to move it. I'm like, forget that.
600. How long's that sago been there?
12 years.
Is it huge or what?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's gonna be heavy, but that's just not. It's just they want money.
Yeah.
Inflation, man.
Yeah.
Even gardeners.
Yeah, everyone's trying to squeeze you.
Yeah. Oh, it's more expensive to get laborers. Really, I can go over to Home Depot and get a couple of them right now.
I was gonna say, man, I tell you what, I don't pass on my gas costs to my customers. That's for sure.
No, but for me, I'm like, when I had to dig that big hole in my yard, I started, and then I was like, I gotta go get something at Home Depot, some tools.
Yeah.
Wink, 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 wink. Hey, I'm up helping everybody these days. It's either I'm going to donate them so they can go get dinner, or they can go work for it. And it was so much better.
Yeah.
And then the best part is if they want paid, they do it exactly the way you want it, right?
True.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Maybe that's not what we should be talking about.
S2A.
So you want to talk about modulars and ADUs? That is the additional dwelling units that you can put in your backyard.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Just so everybody knows what we're talking about. So S2A was a company that I came across a while back, and I thought they'd be great because they're unique models, and how they don't even look like a modular. But I was looking at for our property. That's how I came across them.
Yeah.
So, and I told you about them. What did you find out? What are you looking at?
Well, I realized that they have a few different locations, and obviously in Texas is one of their biggest plants, and I just think, you have been saying it for years, and I think you're right that modular homes, and, for people who don't understand it, just houses that are pre-built, and then they build them, they put them together on site. It's not like a mobile home. It's not something on wheels.
No, they just build the sections of them. And so they're a stick-built home built in a factory with 3 shifts and a supervisor and somebody who makes sure the stuff's done right. And they use a lot of machinery and stuff. And then it's brought outside, and they do the last 10% on site.
Well, and think about it, for anyone who's done manual labor outside, sometimes when you get tired and you're sweating, you cut corners.
Really?
So, yeah.
Or you forget things.
or or you got to take off early and the next guy forgets to finish up your job. There has been so many times especially with plumbing where I've found leaks where someone simply didn't solder a joint. It's like, well, how'd that happen?
Because they forgot and had to go somewhere.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're in a climate controlled environment. They're going to be happy workers and they're going to make sure they're doing their job right.
Right. And they're going to have somebody as a supervisor overseeing that.
Yeah.
But again, and also there's no weather involved.
Yeah.
Right. And the problem with building outside is you have to worry about weather. So a few months you can't do anything, January, February, March, if we have a lot of weather, you're not working outside. You're not building those houses. But in a factory, I think they can build 3 a day or 6 a week. I can't remember what the numbers were. I was shocked.
Well, even if we are having weather, say we have a couple days break in there, that's when they can go set all the walls and all the panels that they build in the factory.
Right. Well, they can finish. Yeah, but they can finish the house outside. I mean, once it comes, they can finish it within a week. So,
like I say, they probably just have to.
Everything's a box.
Hook everything up and just roof it probably at that point, right?
Well, they say any home can be built in a factory because they're all built. They're all square boxes to a certain point.
Yeah.
And then so they build all those, bring them out, and put them and set them. They'll set them out on the foundation needs to be done. So you have to get a contractor to have your foundation put in and be there to finish the last part of all the outside facade that makes the thing look different than everything else.
Yeah.
But that's amazing how many houses they can get done. Because I mean, think about it. If you're building a track as a builder, you could order all your homes ahead of time.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then go, okay, all right, next week yours is going to be up, yours in the week after. You know what I mean? You could have all these different ones dropping so much faster. And I think that's going to be the future. Also, the printed homes will be the future. The difference is one's out of concrete, one's out of wood. I'd much rather have one out of concrete.
Yeah, although how's that work in California?
Why? What's wrong with concrete?
Well, because it's got to be seismically, constructed, right? So that's why everything's stick built, is because you can't have like unreinforced masonry out here, right? Because the earthquake happens, it just falls apart.
Why do you think a concrete's going to be unreinforced?
Well, I don't know. I just haven't thought it through.
I'm not
just off the top of my head right now.
Right. They're building you can put your foundation to move. Right. All the hospitals and other buildings are on a moving foundation.
Yeah, those are cool.
Right. You could that's how you could do one of those homes. If you can't worried about cracking, put on a little foundation that rolls a little bit. Right.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
But now also looking at like their floor plans, stuff like that, they look like high quality homes, so people think like, oh, okay, this is a modular home. This is going to be like,
this is not a manufactured home, which is also manufacturer equals mobile. Right?
Yeah.
So let me explain. All right. So in June of 76, HUD came in and said, all right, you've been building these horrible, crappy homes up to this point, calling them mobile homes. And from here forward, they're going to be manufactured homes. Here is the standards. You're going to have to meet at least this minimum standard, and they have to be brought out on a chassis. That's the difference. They rolled out on a chassis, where a modular they're just panels brought in and put up. There's the difference. One's on a chassis that you take the wheels off or leave the wheels on and put on permanent foundation by taking the wheels off, and then it's a real estate. The other one is automatically going to be real estate because it's going to be on foundation, and that's the difference. But everybody kind of throws those two words together, and they're not.
Yeah. Modular
is the same as the stick built, period. Same loan, same everything. Manufacturer is not.
Yeah, different standards. Like you said, it starts out on a foundation. It doesn't have to be put under a permanent foundation to become a
right. It's going to be on a permanent foundation because it doesn't have a foundation.
Yeah,
the manufacturer come out on a foundation chassis. You follow me?
Yeah.
The nice thing about that is you can back your truck up and take it to your next place.
Yeah, good luck, right? Just separating it.
No, I'm just talking the one on the wheels.
No, I know.
But I know a lot of people who buy a land, right, 10 acres or whatever, and put a mobile home / manufactured home on it. And they don't put it on a permanent foundation, so they don't have to pay taxes. They only pay taxes on the land, not the value of everything. Land doesn't go up as fast as everything else.
Yeah.
Which is a smart thing until you go to sell. And then you only get the value for the land. So you know what you do? You spend $5,000, put it on a permanent foundation before you sell it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when it was put on a permanent foundation, as long as that manufactured home did not leave that location. You follow me? So if it's brought out there, you've had it for 15 years, and then you decide, hey, let's put on a permanent foundation and attach it to you get then for it, it's real property. It doesn't matter that you didn't do it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's a good way to save money.
Well, it's a good way to save money, but then before you sell it, you put it on that so you can get your top dollar.
Yeah,
because I've helped a few agents tell them go pay $5,000, put a foundation underneath there, because FHA has to have an engineered search showing that foundation meets their guidelines. VA doesn't, or conventional. They just look at that it has been the 44-3A done. That has changed it from personal property to real property.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now we had a class on that. What else is going on?
Yeah.
what are we going to talk about? You're just thinking that's the future, like I was saying?
Yeah. But then also ADUs have obviously been a hot topic lately because of the prices, right? So people who are looking to stay in their home, but they need more living space, does it make sense to add a room or put an ADU? And so the county, it's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it, but there are 7 free plans that they have, and I don't know anyone who's applied for the grant yet, but you can get up to $40,000 before breaking ground, which is cool.
Oh, really?
That's probably going to help cover a lot of permits and maybe foundation work and utilities, at least getting stubbed up.
Yeah, right? I have no room in my backyard.
Not anymore, man.
Well, not even with. I'm not going to put a big ADU right there so I can look out back and see the big ADU. It's like looking at a tough shed in my backyard.
Like I say, like our ADU is like 500 square feet, right? And the way they built it, it blends right in. Looks like it's part of the garage because it's built off the backside of it.
Right. Well, I was thinking about if I was going to do it, I would go above the garage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's a little different. I don't know if there's a grant for that.
But I'm just saying but then the problem would be you'd see this big garage and then this little house.
Yeah.
That's just not what I want to do.
Which wouldn't be conforming with the neighborhood either too, right?
I don't know. In the college area, they've taken down a few older homes and put 2 newer homes. So what's conforming anymore?
Well, and I know exactly what you're talking about because I did an open house at the house where it used to be a 1-acre lot and they subdivided it. And yeah, I know it's like there's a 2-story, like modern looking, like smooth finish.
No, there's a few of them.
Yeah.
No, there's one guy who's a contractor who did a bunch of them in that area.
Yeah.
He bought one lot and then tore down and put 2 houses and split them. And I'm not talking the one on Sycamore when you first see the 3-3 homes right there, where they took one lot and split it into 3. That guy was smart. Because what he did is when you have to notify your neighbors that you're building a 2-story home, you have to notify the one to the right and the one to the left. So he built the one in the middle first.
Applauded for that.
Well, yeah, because he notified himself.
Yeah,
I have no problem with it.
Proceed.
Yeah, just be smart is all I'm saying. All right, and real estate. Is real estate a good investment? Yes.
Always. Yeah.
And I came across a thing. It's like, should I buy stocks or real estate? I say real estate. Make sure you have your real estate first. Then you can always add extra money into stocks and the bonds and a bunch of other stuff. You need to have a balanced portfolio. So in case something takes a hit, because everything will at one point, and that's an opportunity to buy more. Yeah.
Well, and here's one other thought on ADUs, right? There's definitely an initial investment, but if that is a property you can be renting out, I mean, cash flow on that is going to pay itself off in, probably 10 years.
Right. Or even put your kids there.
Yeah.
While they go to college. So they're not in your house.
There's a million reasons why. And there's even options, it wouldn't be an ADU, but if you have a large enough lot, you can actually do 2 homes on one lot and then you could subdivide it later on.
Right. You don't have to. You could still slap it on there and have the same. But you're right. But the question is, that's got to be a big lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say that. It's a unique situation,
Well, that's just like the ones we were just talking about, where they put 2 houses on one lot and then sold them where they made more money. But I could see that happening where you could do the same thing. And then you split those 2 houses into 4 houses, right? Because you have a 4 up to 4 units.
Yeah.
Right. But then you're going, I hate that neighbor because now they're parking all over the street.
You can say that they get a compound going on.
Right. But go back to investing.
Yeah.
Smart people buy when people are scared, and they sell when other people are not. Meaning that when the other people are crazy, those people are scared and they sell their stuff. The smart people are buying when other people are not, and they're selling when other people are buying.
It kind of reminds me of toilet paper, man.
Yeah.
March of 2020.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't buying any because I don't know why there was a run on it.
Yeah.
That wasn't the run that you had to worry about.
I wish I was stocked up at that time, man.
A lot of people had it and they didn't have to buy it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why that was ridiculous. But anyway, all right, everybody, make it a great day. Thanks for being here, Bobby. And we appreciate you. If you like what we do here, subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel, Ed Parcaut, Real Estate Jerky, and Robert Atkins Realtor, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Thank you.